Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namo Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vachapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, the purest knowledge, Pavitram. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are able to understand all the slokas in this Bhagavad Gita, which are helping us to realize that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we need to dedicate our life for Krishna. And everything is very, very scientific. Whatever Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita is completely scientific. That's the reason we are believing in it. That's the reason we are also following it. Everything makes sense. Whatever Krishna is teaching here in this Bhagavad Gita, it makes complete sense. So, because such a science, because we understand this modern science, we are able to understand also this Bhagavad Gita, which is the oldest knowledge, which is Purano, but it is Avyayam. So it is the oldest knowledge, it is Purano, but it is everlasting knowledge. That's what Krishna is saying, that in one place Krishna is telling Arjuna that Sayevaya Mayatedya Yogaga Proktaga Puradanaga. So Puran, it's Puradanaga. I mean Puradana, not it's Purana also is one Puradanaga. So Puradanaga means it's the oldest knowledge. And it is Avyayam. So it is Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So it can be joyfully performed, and this knowledge is Avyayam. It is everlasting. So it is always applicable, this knowledge. This is the knowledge about our soul, and it is applicable to any place, wherever in this universe, wherever we go, everywhere this knowledge is the same, because this knowledge is about the soul, and the soul can go anywhere. The soul can go from one planet to another planet. So for the soul, there is nothing. Only for the body only, we need a vehicle to carry. For the body only, in order to transport ourselves, we have to plan. But for the soul, it is completely spiritual. So it's beyond our understanding. We cannot even understand how it works. Even in this modern science, we call it as modern science because most of our understanding about this matter also is just happened in the last century. especially the atomic science developed only in the beginning of last century. Before that, we didn't even know anything about atoms like electrons, protons, neutrons, all such things what we are studying, even having this periodic table and everything. So everything happened just in the last century. In the beginning of last century, it just started. And in the beginning of this century, there is a lot of revolution is happening because of our like internet, smartphones, and technology. We are able to use all these features, especially for communication and other things, social media. So a lot of things are happening, everything only now. But this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, whatever is given in this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, it is not going to change at all because of our inventions, because of our technology. Nothing is going to change. It is the same knowledge. Just because we have invented a lot of things, just because we are technologically we are so much advanced, that doesn't mean that Bhagavad Gita is going to be different now, or we have to change some portion of Bhagavad Gita now to shoot this, to match with this modern science. So that is not going to happen. It is not needed, because Bhagavad Gita is the absolute knowledge, which is never changing, which is always the same knowledge. We cannot make even a slight change at all in what Krishna is teaching. Of course, like many times I just say that when Krishna says that, for example, Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktanam Taya Apagrita Chetasam, so we say that Sri Bhagavan Krishna Prasaktanam, Sri Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna Prasaktanam Taya Apagrita Chetasam. So Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadha Vidhi. So this is because Krishna is giving us the knowledge to just to understand what he's teaching us, and then to just understand in our way. Say that if even Krishna says that if we are attached to material sense objects, then there is no intelligence. We can say that when we are attached to Krishna, so that means there is intelligence. That's it. So otherwise, the meaning of Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita, it is always intact and always same. And there is a continuous flow in this Bhagavad Gita, starting from the first chapter, the very first shloka, to the last chapter, the last shloka in Bhagavad Gita. For example, in the first chapter, Dhritarashtra is inquiring from Sanjaya what's happening in the battlefield. So he was very worried. He was very concerned about his sons. So that's why he is asking, he was very anxious, and he was asking Sanjaya that you please tell me what is happening there. So what did they do? Kimma kurvata Sanjaya. So what did they do, Sanjaya? That's what Dhritarashtra is asking. And Sanjaya, in the 18th chapter, 78th sloka, the last sloka, even before the war started, he told Dhritarashtra that Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanuddaraha, Tatra Sri Dhruvaniti, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhuti, Dhruvaniti Mathir Mama. So there is definitely victory. So when there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, where there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, certainly there is extraordinary opulence, victory, exceptional power, morality, all such things are there. So that's what Sanjaya told Dhritarashtra even before the war started. So that way we understand from Bhagavad Gita that this answer is given by already Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra that the Pandavas are going to win. But this foolish Duryodhana was not able to understand this. His father, Dhritarashtra, was told already, even before the war started. And everyone tried convincing Duryodhana not to have the war. But Duryodhana was not like that. It's very difficult. So Duryodhana was not listening. So the war just happened. In Mahabharata, war happened because Duryodhana was adamant. He was not listening to anyone. So like that only, even in this world also, there are so many wars. I always say that Mahabharata war was World War 0, and we had World War 1, World War 2, all such things. And everywhere wars are happening, and people are getting killed, and all such things are happening. So all these things because of what? Because of material attachments. That's because we think that we are going to lord over this material nature. We are going to rule this world forever, and we are going to enjoy here forever. So that's what we think. And Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he wanted to establish the principles of Dharma. If this war did not happen, this Mahabharata war, we won't be now sitting and studying this Bhagavad Gita now, first of all. And that means if the war happened because Krishna is protecting the Dharma and Krishna wants to give this knowledge. And also if Arjuna did not fight, if Arjuna, even after listening the entire Bhagavad Gita, if Arjuna did not fight, we won't be studying Bhagavad Gita now. So then even after that also, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is coming through disciplic succession. So it is coming through disciplic succession. Evam parampara praptam imam raja rishyo vidugu sakali neha mahatto yogo nashtaga parantapa. So this knowledge is received through disciplic succession. It's coming. So after that also Krishna is making sure that this knowledge is actually reaching each and every one. That's the reason we are getting this knowledge. Even though Krishna gave this knowledge, the same knowledge to Sun God Vivaswan millions of years ago, and Krishna again gave this knowledge to Arjuna because the disciplic succession was broken. So that's why Krishna has to establish this disciplic succession again. So now that disciplic succession which Krishna started 5,000 years ago, so that is still going on. So Vyasadeva, so who is coming in the disciplic succession, he only wrote this Bhagavad Gita. He only wrote this Mahabharata. So Bhagavad Gita is a part of this Mahabharata. So this disciplic succession is continuing from him. So his guru is Narada. Vyasadeva's guru is Narada. And Narada's guru is Brahma. And of course, where from Brahma got the knowledge? Brahma got the knowledge from Krishna, directly from Krishna. So that's what even in the Brahma Samhita also we study. So it is directly coming from Krishna, and the same knowledge Krishna is actually also teaching to Arjuna. So Vyasadeva, actually, he got all the knowledge from Krishna through Brahma, through Narada, and also Vyasadeva, who is the literary incarnation of Krishna, also got the same knowledge given by Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield 5,000 years ago. And now this is coming to us, we are able to study and understand everything about ourselves. All our questions are cleared with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We are not getting any more new questions at all. All our doubts are dispelled with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is the continuous source of knowledge, continuous source of everything for us. By Krishna's causeless mercy, this Bhagavad Gita is helping us to lead a life with meaning, with purpose. If we don't have this knowledge, it's very hard to imagine how we can live in this world, how we can do things in our daily life, how we can do our activities. Now we understand so much scientifically speaking. We understand about karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, the knowledge acquiring senses, jnanendriyas, and working senses, the karmendriyas, and how they are working in our body. Also we understand the nervous system is so complicated. It is such a complicated nervous system. It's all sending signals everywhere inside our body. That's why our body is working. It's like a very heavy traffic. If you see, things are going, vehicles are going different directions. So like that, inside our body, there is heavy traffic always everywhere. Blood vessels are going everywhere, and it is carrying blood, and it is taking the blood back to the heart and then back to the lungs to purify it. And again, it is getting back, and again, it's sending it to all the parts. So this circulatory system is there in our body. So like that, there are different systems are in our body. So everything is working, the nervous systems. So all such things are working so wonderfully, and all this is made up of matter. Everything is made up of matter. The cells, our body is made up of cells. The cells are also, they also cannot keep on dividing. So the cells are also designed only to work up to certain age, because when we get old, then the cells will not divide. that easily, because that's why the aging process kicks in. And then at certain point, it cannot even divide anymore. We have to leave this body. The metabolism, that also will slow down. Whatever we eat, it won't digest in the same way when we are young. So all such things, our body is programmed. Like we are programming, our body is also programmed as a function of time. So that means it knows the time. That means the cell has got a clock. It knows the time, the age, what age we are in, it knows. So the telomeres, each and every chromosomes, they also at the end, they've got telomeres. The DNA is when they replicate, so it will get shortened every time. So that's why all these things are very, very nicely designed, planned, designed by Krishna. The way our digestion system is working. So it has got its own nervous system, enteric nervous system, to our stomach, to our guts, and all such things that is working. So all those things are perfectly arranged, designed by Krishna. And we, unfortunately, without this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so we are so much puffed up with this material science, and we think that we are great, and without even understanding that our body is just made up of matter, which is going to come to an end, which can just break, like the bonds. The bonds are breaking. The bonds in our body, all these bonds, it can just break, and most of them are covalent, most of them are hydrogen bonds, and of course there are different bonds, different like proteins and DNAs. They all have different bonds are there, but they are all going to break. They are all not very, very strong. And our body will come to an end. It will stop functioning. So all these things we need to understand and be aware of this fact every day. That's what is very important. We need to realize that this body is an instrument which is working for us, and we have to make use of this body to realize ourselves. And before it stops working, we need to escape ourselves from this material world. That's what we are studying every day. Before our body comes to an end, before our body comes to a stop, we need to actually promote ourselves to Goloka. We need to eject. So like in the warplanes, or even they have the pilots normally, when they sense trouble, so they eject. So something like that, here we need to use our body to fly and eject to Krishna, to Goloka. That's what is very important. The soul should not come back again to this material world. We need to eject ourselves to Goloka, this soul. So that's what we need to understand. We need to realize. So that's why Krishna is saying that Prayana Kali Manasa Chalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva Bruvor Madhye Pranamavesya Samyak Satam Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. So at the time of death, we should be able to bring our life here between the two eyebrows with the strength what we have got it from our Yoga Balam. So, which is because of the Bhaktya Yukto, because of the devotional service, with that Yoga Balam, with that strength, we should actually bring our life here between the two eyebrows, and then we should go to Goloka. We should go to Krishna as well. So that's why Bruvor Madhye Pranam Avesya Samyak Satham Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. So we need to go to the transcendental person, Purusham Upaiti Divyam. So we have got that opportunity to prepare ourselves to die, actually, to remember Krishna at the time of death. We have got that opportunity now. We simply have to remember Bhagavad Gita, simply have to follow Bhagavad Gita, simply have to just serve Krishna. That's it. That's it. So then we get that Yoga Balam. That Yoga Balam, we get it only by devotional service, nothing else. Bhaktya Yukto. That's it. Bhaktya Yukto, you will get Yoga Balam. If you are not performing devotional service, if you are not tendering devotional service unto Krishna, we will not have any Yoga Balam. So then the life here cannot go through between the eyebrows. It will go through any other ways, and again it comes back to this material world. So that way, this is a great opportunity for us to make use of this opportunity to understand ourselves and realize ourselves and surrender unto Krishna, and then go to Goloka. So for that, we need to study and understand Bhagavad Gita very well. That's what we are doing. And being Sunday morning in India now, so we are actually in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished already 32 slokas in the 10th chapter. So the 10th chapter is actually the Vibhuti Yoga. So opulence of the absolute. So we are understanding how Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Because Arjuna is asking Krishna to tell him that Vistarenatmano yogam vibhudim cha janardana bhuyaka kadaya triptir sunvato na asti me amitam. So you please tell me your wonderful, your vibhuti, your opulence. So at length, fully. So there is nothing else is nectar to me other than hearing about you. So that's what Arjuna is asking. So for that, Krishna said that Shri Bhagavan Vacha Hantate Pravakshyami Divyahi Atma Vibhudayaka Pradhanyataka Kurusresto Nastyanto Vistarasya Me. So Hantate Pravakshyami. So I shall explain, I will explain to you, but I will explain to you only those prominent opulence, because there is no end to my divine opulence. That's what Krishna is saying. And now we are studying and understanding about Krishna's opulence. Krishna is explaining. So as I mentioned, we finished 32 slokas in the 10th chapter. Now in the sloka number 33, Krishna is continuing that Aksharanam akarosmi dvandvaga samasikasya cha ahameva kshayaha kalo dataham vishvato mukaha. So Krishna is saying that of the letters, of all letters, I am the first letter A. Akara, akaras. I'm the letter A. Basically, I'm the first letter. Aksharanam akarosmi. And of the dual compounds, of all the compounds, I'm the dual compound. So that means combining words. Of the combined words, I'm the two words when you combine. So that's what is the dual compound. So Aksharanam akarosmi dvandvaha samasi kashyata. Aham eva kshayaka kalo. I am the time, it is akshaya, the eternal. Only the time destroys everything, but the time cannot be destroyed. So that's why Krishna is saying that aham eva kshayah kalo. In one sloka, in the 11th chapter, Krishna said that aham kalosmi, aham kalo. So Krishna is using the two words from this line. Aham eva kshaya kalo. There Krishna is saying in the 11th chapter, when Arjuna asked Krishna that Akyaki me ko bhavan ugra rupo deva vara prashita vijnatum ichchami bhavantamatyam nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. I want to know who are you and what is your mission. I don't know why you have come here. You please tell me, because I don't know. You tell me. Like that, when Arjuna asked, Krishna said that aham kalosmi lokakshaya krit pravritto. So lokakshaya. So I am the destroyer of this world. Lokakshaya. So Krishna as time, aham kalo. Aham kalosmi. So I am the time, the destroyer of this world. So that's why Krishna is teaching it that aham evakshaya kalam. I am the eternal time. And dataham vishvato mukam. Of all the creators, I am the Brahma. So Lord Brahma. So vishvato mukha. So that's what Krishna is saying, that I am everything. So that way in this chapter, in each and every sloka, Krishna is saying that I am everything. Then mrityuh sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyataam kirtihi shivakshanarira smrutir meda dritihi kshama. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham. I am the all-devouring death. Sarvaharashchaham mrityu. Mrityu. I am the death. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. So whatever which is going to be produced in future, so that is me only. Everything on the generating principle of all that is yet to be. That's what udbhavascha bhavishyatam. And among women, so she kirtihi, fame and opulence. So there is she, and walk, the fine speech, and that is the Nari Nam, means among women. So Smritir Meda Driti Kshama. So Smritir means memory, Meda intelligence, Driti steadiness, that is firmness. That's what Driti means, firmness, determination basically. Kshama means patience. So these are all feminine. So that's what Prabhupada is translated. All these things are. So that's why among women, like that, he has translated, I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. So all these things, if we are having, that is coming from Krishna only. Krishna only gives us. And we get it because of our love to Krishna, because of our understanding of this Bhagavad Gita. And when we love Krishna, then we will get all those things. We will get intelligence, we'll get memory, we'll get everything Krishna gives us. So that's why Krishna is teaching us that Sarvasya Chaham Kriti Sannivishto Mattaka Smritir Jnanam Apoganam. So I'm seated in everyone's heart. From me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. So everything comes from Krishna. Then Brihat Samatata Samna Gayatri Chandasamaham Masana Margasishogam Ruthunam Kusuma Karahe. Krishna already said that Vedanam Sama Vedosmi. Of all the Vedas, I am the Sama Veda. That's what we already studied it. Vedanam Sama Vedosmi. And here he says that among the Sama Veda, of all the songs in Sama Veda, I am the Brihat Sama. So that's what already he said that of all the Vedas, I am the Sama Veda. And of all the songs in the Sama Veda, I am the Brihat Sama. So Brihat Sama Tata Samna. Then Gayatri Chandasam Aham. Of all the poetry, Chandasam, so I am the Gayatri. So the Gayatri hymns. So Krishna is saying that Gayatri Chandasam Aham. Of all the months, I am the Margashirsha. So Margali, so that is the month of November and December. Basically, it starts in the middle of November, the middle of December, basically December to January middle. So it's basically that's what Margashirsha. So in the December it comes Margali. And of all the seasons, I am the flower-bearing spring, basically. Rutunam Kusuma Karaha. Of all the seasons, I am flower-bearing spring. So of the hymns of the Samaveda, I am the Brihat Sama, and of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of months, I am Margashirsha, and of seasons, I am flower-bearing spring. So that's what Krishna is saying there. So Krishna is everything. So whenever spring comes, we need to remember Krishna. Every time we need to remember Krishna. Dyutam chalayatam tejasvinamaham jayosmi vivasayoshmi sattvam sattvavatamaham. So Krishna is saying that of all the cheats, so I am the gambling. So nobody can cheat Krishna. That's the important thing. If we think that we are gambling, we will get cheated. If we think that we are cheating others, we will get cheated. So Krishna is the biggest cheater because nobody can cheat Krishna. That's what we need to understand. Of course, Krishna loves everyone. Krishna is equal to everyone. Krishna is the well-wisher of everyone. So Sugrutam Sarvabhutanam. Suddenly someone may question that, oh, how Krishna can be the cheater? How Krishna is the gambling of all cheats. So we need to understand that this Maya is working under Krishna's directions, and we are getting fooled by Maya every time, every activity. We think that we are doing. So there itself, we are getting cheated again and again and every day. And this is purely because of our ignorance. That's it. We cannot blame it on Krishna. Krishna already said that nadate kasyachin papam nachaiva sukritam vibhuga ajnanena avritam jnanam tenam mukhyanti jantavaga. So I don't assume any responsibility for anyone's good or bad deeds. It is because of ignorance, because their knowledge is covered by ignorance. That's why they are bewildered. So that way Krishna is teaching here that Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi Tejas Tejasvinam Aham. I am the splendor of everything. I am the of the splendid, I am the splendor. And I am the victory, and I am also the adventure. I am an adventure. So Jayosmi, Vyavasayosmi, and Sattvam Sattvamathamaham. Balam Balavatam Chaham. Already Krishna said it. Of all the Balam, Balavatam, those who are strong, I am the strong. So Krishna said that already in the 7th chapter. Balam Balavatam Chaham Kamaraga Vivarjitam Dharma Virito Bhutesu Kamoshmi Bharatarshapa. So here Krishna is saying that Sattvam Sattvatamaham. So of the strength, I am the strong. So I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid, I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 4 more shlokas in the 10th chapter. So we finished 36 shlokas now. Hare Krishna. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna. Timir Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you Guruji for the wonderful class.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Raveen Prabhu has raised his hand.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Raveen Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhu. I'm able to hear you very well, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. Wonderful class, Guruji. It took some time to unmute the same problem.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So the class is going on good. We are understanding good. I have a question on Shloka 33. Aksharanam akosmi dvanda samasikasya cha ahameva kshayakalaha dhata ham vishvato mukhaha. In this one, the dvanda. So it's so wonderfully mentioned that dvanda is the supreme, is superior than any other compounds, and which is actually true, because in our computer industry, it is the or the binary dual is the one that is the so super famous, and we are able to make utilize it to so great extent actually. So is this dvanda which is mentioned in 23 also refers to that? Rather than
yes, Prabhu. Here, as Prabhupada is translating, it's two words. Dvandvaha refers to two words, like dual word compound. So, like Rama, Krishna. So, Rama, we say Rama Krishna, correct? Rama Krishna, like that, correct? So, it's a two words combined. So, that's what is the dual here. Duality, dual, not duality, dual compound. Yes, Prabhu.
So it doesn't include the binary, right?
No, it is, if you want to say, you can say that also, because there are numbers like 0 and 1, correct? If you want to write it as 0, 1, you can call it as a two words, correct? So,
if you write 8, would be 100, which is just made up of two words, right? Which is 0 and 1, which is Rama. So it is Rama kind of thing, right? So
yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. So that's what here compound words. Basically, Dvandva, when Krishna is referring to the dual compound. So that's what. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji, wonderful, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, 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 Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. There are no more questions. So thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Aparna Kalyani Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. How are you, Mataji?
Yeah, it's going well, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
It's Sundays and all. I'm listening to class and otherwise through YouTube, Guruji.
Yes, mother. Yeah, YouTube is very useful. Yes, mother. Yes, mother.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vishnu Vardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ila Mataji. Hare Krishna. Galaxy.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, Guruji, I was just a little busy in between, so I was not that regular. But I used to listen to the YouTube videos
Yes.
which were recorded.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much,
That is
Guruji.
nice, Mataji. Yeah, if you're not able to come here in person, then YouTube you can follow. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Yes. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Guruji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you,
Krishna.
Guruji. This particular chapter is wonderful. It's so enlightening and
Yes.
meaning so moving. That,
Yes, Mataji.
it's wonderful, and I'm so glad that you have been able to give it to us. And I'm really glad
Yes.
to Krishna for giving me
Yes.
this opportunity, and my daughter also. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
yes. I think as for holistic college, it's for Sahana, it started, Mataji. It's
Yeah,
going good now.
yes, she's continuing with her classes.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Very nice. Hare
Actually,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
so actually, I'm attending every Sunday class, and Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday. In fact, I listen to it in the evening on like at night whenever I get some time.
Yes,
But
YouTube
the
you can
mornings
do it.
I'm
Yeah.
free, so I definitely attend the classes, and it's really remarkable and amazing. Actually, so it's so much knowledge actually for us. Thank you, Guruji.
Yes, thank you. Very nice. Krishna's mercy, I'm able to talk with you today. Hare Krishna. All the best. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ankita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. My friends have read Bhagavad Gita, but they go through the book as a textbook or reference book. They didn't read it from Guruji or any guidance. Now my question is, Guruji, can we read Gita as a textbook without any guidance, without any help from Guruji? Is there any text that says that Bhagavad Gita must be read with the help of Guruji?
Yeah,
Or
because Bhagavad Gita as it is the only book we should be reading, even if they are reading it, because there it's coming from Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita as it is. And another thing, Krishna himself tells Arjuna that Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshanam. So you understand this knowledge by surrendering unto her, by approaching a spiritual master and rendering service unto them. So they will be able to impart this knowledge. Like it's like the way we are studying now Bhagavad Gita, we are able to understand everything so fast, correct? Because normally that is the reason there are schools, colleges, classrooms, teachers, all such things. Because otherwise it's going to be very tough, very difficult. It's very challenging, and we may not be even able to understand everything. So that way, definitely Krishna is recommending to approach Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshanam. That way it will be very easy, very quick. And so everyone needs Guru. That's why it's coming through disciplic succession. Even Krishna himself says that evam parampara praptam imam rajarashyo vidu. So that way, but Krishna will, if we are having so much faith on this Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna will definitely guide in the right way, Mataji. There is no doubt.
Yes, Guruji. And which shloka did you mention?
Yeah, it is actually in the 4th chapter. Krishna is teaching that. Let me give you the sloka number. So, 1 second. So, in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna is talking about the knowledge, so he says that with the pranipatena pariprashnena sevya. So, that is the sloka number 34.
Okay, Guruji.
So, I'm just sharing that with you. So, that's what. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Jnaninas tattva darshinaga. So they are the seers of the truth. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shankar Prabhu, Shankar's iPad, Shankar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Deepak Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful class. I don't have any questions today.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Deepak Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
All the devotees. I want to know, Guruji, the relationship between Krishna and Maya.
Maya is actually, Krishna is saying that Mama Maya, my Maya. So, Echaiva Satvika Bhavaga Rajasa Tamasa Se Matta Eveti Tan Vidhi Natvaham Teshu Temai. So, they are actually coming from me only. Sattoguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna, they are coming from me only. So, they are in me, but I am not in them. So, Krishna's internal potency is known as Rama Devi. So from Rama Devi, there is a spiritual potency. So from Rama Devi only, this Maya came. So this is external potency. Krishna's external potency as Maya. So there is Durga Devi also we can call, we call. So that is like it is coming from Krishna only. So it's Krishna's Maya. So that is acting as Krishna's shadow here, controlling everything for Krishna, on behalf of Krishna. So that's what it is doing. So Maya is doing its duty, but we need to realize that and then surrender unto Krishna. So then we will be freed from this material nature. So now we are under the control of this material nature. That's what we need to understand. We are all under the control. So we need to get release from this control. We need to get freed from Maya. So then we won't be forced to accept another material body. So that way Krishna is teaching us that Devigi Esa Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratteya. So my Maya, which is divine in nature, is very difficult to overcome. But anyone who surrenders unto me will be able to overcome Maya. So Maya Metam Tarantite. So Mamyeva ye Prabatyante Maya Metam Tarantite. Anyone who surrenders unto me will be freed from Maya. You understand that too?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, very. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
What is actually that Vibhuti Yoga?
You are asking what is Vibhuti Yoga, correct, Mataji?
Yeah.
Vibhuti Yoga means it is opulence, Krishna's opulence. So that's what Vibhuti. So Vibhuti Yoga means it's Krishna's opulence.
He's telling about himself.
Yes. No, he's telling about how Krishna is supreme, Krishna's opulence. So Vibhuti. Vibhuti means it is It is basically all the greatness of Krishna. That's what is Vibhuti.
Okay, okay.
How great is Krishna? How great is
Okay. Till yesterday you were teaching first chapter, I guess. But today.
Oh yeah, that is only on Sunday morning we are having a different cycle, Mataji, different thing. We are four slokas we are studying. Right now we are in the 10th chapter. But all other days, Tuesday to Saturday morning, we are in the, we just started the first chapter. We finished about 24 slokas. Yes,
Okay, Guruji, okay. Yeah, I understood.
So we are having different cycles, 2 cycles. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for amazing class as usual.
Yes, Mataji, Krishna's mercy. Yes.
By Krishna's costless mercy, we are getting answered one by one.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. How is Satyendra Singh Prabhu Mataji? He was not able to join today, these days, last few days. Is he doing fine, Mataji?
Guruji, I think he has gone for Varanasi for a marriage.
Oh,
attending.
Okay, he's not. Okay.
That's why he's not doing class. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
No question.
Suresh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
It was a nice class today also, Guruji. We are able to learn something from the question answers also. So
yes.
It's very good. So today I do not have any question today, Guruji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the class. Krishna's Vibhuti is there even in your speech, Guruji. That's the only thing which is brought out today. Because without his grace, you cannot the kind of flow of knowledge with which you're teaching us. So I was seeing his grace even in your speech every day, Guruji. That's all I want.
Krishna, what you said is absolutely correct, Mataji. He is only giving us the knowledge and experience, everything. Yes, Mataji. It's only, we are empowered by him, Krishna's mercy. That's why we are able to serve him. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you very much for the class. Thank you for punctually taking the class every day. It's amazing and wonderful, Guruji, to have that kind of dedication. It is just God's grace, Guruji. Thank you very
Krishna's
much.
mercy. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Krishna's mercy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Shashi Kopat Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji, for another wonderful class. I don't have any questions, but I was listening to Ankita Basu Mata's question, and you rightly mentioned it's in the 4th chapter, 34th verse. Also in the very first chapter, first verse, in the purport, 2nd sentence, it states clearly that we need to help understand with the help of a person who is a devotee of Shri Krishna. So
in the first chapter, first sloka, Mataji?
Yes, first sloka, the purport, in that it's mentioned, Guruji.
Yeah, Prabhupada writes in the purport.
Yes,
Mataji. So thank you for confirming that, Mataji. So, Bhagavad Gita is the widely read theistic science summarized Gita. There it should say that Bhagavad Gita very good. Bhagavad Gita, that one should read Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is a devotee of Sri Krishna and try to understand it without personally motivated interpretations. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shashi Rekha Mataji. Hare Krishna. One second, I'm unmuted yet. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Again, you are busy with something, and yet you have been able to conduct our class. Very grateful to you for that kind of dedication
Yes,
and that kind of
yes,
sincerity.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
even though it is Krishna's mercy, yes, it is Krishna's mercy, definitely. But still, to be able to do it, we are blessed to have you and have you as a guru and have you as someone to explain all this to us. Thank you so much. Extremely grateful to you, Guruji, and as usual, very wonderful class and extremely meaningful question answers, which bring a lot of clarity into it. I just wanted to, there was one thing that I wanted to confirm. Now Krishna is saying, I am this and I am that, of all the months, I am Margashira, and, of all the birds, I am Vainateya, like that, like when he says, of course, he is, like you said, he's saying that he is in everything. But when he is giving the examples, he's also taking the best, isn't it? So does it also mean that he is the best of everything?
That is correct. Yes, he's the best. He is the best. Krishna.
So he's also saying, he's also saying that he's because he is giving, like he says, among the Vedas, I'm the Samaveda. So everything that he's saying is, is probably the best. So he's also saying that I'm the best.
True. See, what a mistake we are doing is that when we see somebody is great in something, we give all the credit to that person, not to Krishna. That is the problem. If somebody is good at singing or somebody is good at something, playing or something like that, we give so much credit only to that person. But that is coming from Krishna. That's what is very important. We need to see Krishna.
Now I have noticed that has changed, Guruji. Even earlier, I used to always say it's, Krishna's blessings that this person can do so well. But now it is even more. Now every time anybody talks about us also saying, oh, this is wonderful, or you have done, then we always say, then we always say that it is Krishna's mercy. That's all. It is his blessing. It is his grace. Yeah. We are always saying that now consciously, because and at one point of time, probably it must have been conscious also, but now it is effortless. Now it comes automatically. Now, and also it just doesn't come like, like a, what should I say, like a by rote, but it comes with actual feeling from inside and remembering that it is actually Krishna who is giving this. So that change I have seen, that it is not just
become our way of life.
That it is not.
Culturally, we were like that way only in the past, but unfortunately, with the recently all this westernized culture, we are losing that thing. But otherwise, earlier in our life itself, it was like that way only, God conscious only in general.
Exactly. I always feel, Guruji, that, for example, I always think the challenge for those who are not born into a God conscious family is so much more. For us, I always say for us, actually, the challenge is nothing because we were already in that kind of a family and yet we have not done, you see. So, they are really great that they were not born into a God conscious family and yet they have done so much. They have come to the Bhagavad Gita class. They have learned so much. So I truly appreciate them, and it is Krishna's mercy again that he has decided to do this. I also wanted to share with you that, I was learning the Bhagavad Gita from this Gita Parivar just to learn to pronounce correctly in Sanskrit. So they had a program recently to recognize those people who have learned the complete Bhagavad Gita. And we were very surprised. You will not believe a 73-year-old lady and a 79-year-old her husband, complete Gita, 18 chapters, they were able to memorize completely and clear an exam. And I said, what Krishna's mercy at this age, look at that, what dedication and what memory, how they were able to do. And on a platform, they were asked to recite, the Guruji would give some first part of one shloka from anywhere, randomly. And they would immediately, recite the whole shloka and the next shloka. And a 6-year-old boy, 5 or 6-year-old boy, complete 18 chapters. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is to tell all our classmates, as Sumati likes to say, and especially Chandrakanta Mataji, who used to be worried whether she'll be able to learn. All of us can learn. This is the example. These are the examples, that we can all memorize. We will all be able to learn if we only give it a little time. That is why I wanted to share this. It is such a beautiful thing to see them.
We know Krishna is the supreme, so he takes care. He gives it.
Exactly. Yeah, it is only that we must put that effort and we must have his grace to be able to learn and memorize. Yeah, I know. So I just thought I should share this with you that, they were doing this, and it was very nice to see them. Anytime we hear of young children and very old people learning the complete Bhagavad Gita and able to chant, it's such a big thing to start at least. Of course, I realize that we must also understand the meaning and implement, but even to be able to memorize it. So nice. Thank you so much, Guruji. Extremely indebted to you for this class. Thanks so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Sartang Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No question, Guruji. आपका आशीर्वाद बना रहे. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Another excellent class, Guruji. Great weekend. And the analogy of atomic sciences and relatively how it is new compared to our Bhagavad Gita is very great, Guruji. All the scientists who think they are superior, science is better than Bhagavad Gita, they should all learn, Guruji. I think even every institute, Baba, Atomic Research Center, all they should teach this first before
everyone should study Bhagavad Gita. Yes,
You're right, Guruji. Excellent, Guruji. The other one, Duryodhana, is another classic example, Guruji. I think I myself also, everyone likes, even Rajinikanth as an actor, he said, when you do negative roles, everyone likes. If you do positive roles like Baba, Swamiji and all, no one likes. If you do negative roles, because somehow, Guruji, most of us, even including myself, somehow the negativity attracts, Guruji. Like Duryodhana, he goes, even Rajinikanth used to act as a Duryodhana in actor, Guruji. So that he keeps telling the Duryodhana, human carry the Duryodhana within us, Guruji. So it has to be completely eradicated through Bhagavad Gita only. And I'm very fortunate, Guruji, I've been doing every day, Guruji. Even if I'm sloppy, if I try to find excuse, you're coming there, you're keeping me awake until midnight, Guruji. Now I made my sleeping pattern also in that way, Guruji. I wanted to listen to your Tamil class and only I used to sleep. I even take a little bit longer in the morning, Guruji, but that works for me, Guruji. Though I can't make prasad. But that also Lord Krishna shows me, Guruji. Last close to 1 month, I started eating ice cream every day. I got a small lump exactly in between the eyebrow and slightly below the nose. But Lord Krishna knows you can't play too much. Even yesterday, my wife cautioned this Ben and Jerry and this Haagen-Dazs all has some egg in it. I was just laughing and took it for granted, Guruji. And the lump was created. Hopefully, I will apply that Namakati, Guruji. You know, the tilak we use. That will make it out, Guruji, last 2 days. So that's why it's a Krishna guiding me. And he has also given total freedom for us, Guruji. Today, exactly hit on the nail. Even I am also the gambling cheats, he is telling, Guruji. what else? We all praise Krishna is supreme, this, that, and all. But he has a punch there. I am also a gambling cheat. So if I am trying to do this, he knows where to come and get hold of me, which he has been doing that, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. All good. Everything goes well in the mercy of Krishna. Then he is guiding me. And I've created a website, Guruji, I've sent to you as well. You can have a look at, Guruji, that I'm going to spread across to all the universities in Tamil Nadu, Guruji. So I had an appointment with the education minister, state education minister, who is also an MCA graduate, a good software engineer, Magesh. So you know him, he's Anvil's grandson. So let's hope, Guruji, and hopefully by this April, with your auspicious leadership, we should have some conference, a virtual conference for all the university registrars and all, and we will have your who am I as a first lecture to the students. Then I'm also planning whosoever enroll the engineering courses and all, Bhagavad Gita as it is should be given as a complimentary gift to the student along with the fees. Guruji, when we pay those days, the electrical engineering book, BL Taraja, C Cotton, it's all given. So we carry all those voluminous book, and I just to show off, Guruji, I walk along in front of the ladies' college with the carrying few voluminous books. Everyone look at us. Oh, this person seems to be a knowledgeable person. But in that way, Guruji, at least now the Bhagavad Gita has to replace that, Guruji, because those days studying engineering is a very pride for me, carrying engineering. But without knowing the stuff, I used to carry a voluminous book to show off. Oh, I'm a great guy. I'm studying engineering in my neighborhood and all. That kind of stupidity, ignorance, all prevail, Guruji. Still, I carry that stupidity occasionally. I'm carrying a Bhagavad Gita like that without utilizing full, Guruji. So hereafter, I must study, Guruji, word by word. And thank you very much for elucidating this, Guruji. All goes well. I think Krishna is guiding me, Guruji, and I am able to experience him in every steps, every inch of my life, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. I'm happy to be a dust at your feet, Guruji. Thank you very much, and waiting for your instruction. Let's all move forward, Guruji. And I'm experiencing Goloka, Guruji, in all your sessions. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guruji, thank you for the class. And I like the way Ram Prabhu, no, his name is, yes.
Yes.
He talks so humbly about all his negative qualities or whatever. So it's very, very highly appreciative that he's so open about himself.
Yes,
I really appreciate that. Yes. So Guruji, yesterday was a nice day for me. I was blessed twice by Krishna. One of my relatives, he had come home and he said he came from ISKCON because he had gone to give some contribution for his father's anniversary or something. And he gave me some prasad and one book by Prabhupada. So I felt very blessed. And later during the day, one of another distant relative had a little satsang in her house where she invited somebody from ISKCON had come to do some kirtan, and she had some friends and relatives. So he did like how you are doing also. He had done 1 or 2-3 verses, though I was there for a short time, of the Bhagavad Gita of the first chapter only. And he did one mala and some kirtan singing. So I was there for a short time, but I felt so blessed and good.
Yes, Mother. Yes, Mother. That's nice, Mother.
So opportunities are opening up to hear more and
Krishna
more.
will create. Yes, Mother.
Yes,
we'll get more opportunities. We will make devotees everywhere. We'll identify all the devotees and make them Krishna conscious. Definitely it will happen.
And everybody was very enthusiastic, happy. And since COVID rules and people are more relaxing now, so these small gatherings have started happenings in places, and temples are opening up. So I think now people are getting more, involved and taking up all this. So I'm sure even our group will succeed in whatever efforts everyone is taking, all the team.
Yes, definitely. It will happen. Krishna has got plans. It will work out, definitely. Whatever he thinks, it is going to happen.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. I wanted to share this with you. And one thing I read, since I was just going through that new book that cousin gave, so I was just going through one of the pages and I read something just offhand, not in, page 1, but just somewhere that Prabhupada is sharing that Krishna is like the rainbow, which has no strings attached at all. So during the rainy season, very often we see a rainbow, which is just like a bow, which has no strings. So even when Krishna comes into the material world, he is unattached completely from the material world. But
Yeah,
we have
he says
so
in
many
Bhagavad
strings attached to us.
Yes. Yeah, because Krishna says that Name karma pales pragaya. So I don't desire any results of the activities. That's what he says. Namam karmani lippanti name karma pales pragaya. If we just know that itself, we will be freed. Itimam yobi janati karma bigi nasabadhyate. If we just know that, then we will not be bound by our actions. Yes.
Yes, Guruji. It was very nice. So I thought I must share what I read. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chandrakanta Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Since
Hare
3
Krishna.
days I'm bedridden, Guruji, because of this corona. Yeah. High fever, shivering, headache, everything.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mataji. How are you feeling today, Mataji? How are you feeling now?
Today, little bit better, Guruji. Still, I'm sleeping only. Today is the head is reeling. Fever has come down, but still a little bit of shivering is there. Throat
Yeah, I
pain
was thinking because you got busy because you said your grandchildren, your daughter
No,
was there. That's why.
no, Guruji. I was very literally bedridden, Guruji. So Krishna's mercy. I'm just everything is getting fine, Guruji. So I thought I should listen. 2 days I didn't open my eyes also, Guruji. Like that I was bedridden. And in a room I was quarantined. So they told not to listen to anything. But today I am okay, Guruji. I think I'll be okay. Today, tomorrow.
Okay. Krishna's mercy, it will be fine. Yes, Mataji.
It's all Krishna mercy, Guruji.
Yes, I wish, I pray to Krishna, he will get recovered very soon, quickly. Yes,
Yes, Guruji. I wanted to call Shashireka Mataji. Then today only I got the phone properly, Guruji. Yeah, so nice. She actually talks to me. She may be thinking that I'm busy with my children. No, I'm quarantined actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking yesterday. I couldn't talk with you, so okay.
Even I didn't do it also, Guruji. I don't do my puja also. I'm just quarantined in a room. So this is what I'm feeling sad about. My Ekadashi, it's broke, Guruji. That is what I'm feeling sad.
When you're not feeling well, you don't have to feel Krishna's mercy. You will take care of your health for Krishna Mataji. That's what is very important.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Whatever mercy he gives, it's for him only, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, I'll pray to Krishna Mataji. You will recover fast. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful session. And so here the Lordness, I am the source of everything. So generally here, when you say I do this, that, I did that, this, that. So ego, everything is annihilated. When you attend this class, Namrata and very much a kind of humility, modesty, humbleness, these things will develop if you attend Gita class. That is very important attribute of human being. And really, we should, by attending this class, we can retain that kind of, so that divine manifestations that the Lord has already told. I am all the Vedas, Upanishads, and everything. So everything is narrated. And we say that we doing that. So if you attend Gita and read Gita and enjoy Gita, so everything will be, our ego and everything will be go away, disappear. And really, that will be, we are lucky, and you make us pure and perfect by attending your class. And all the devotees are also very getting more and more modest also. I find they are also surrendering themselves. All Matajis and devotees, all devotees of our family are more and more dedicated. I feel that all are getting more and more, that Ram Prabhu has told that, oh, before that I was like this, that. So everybody is transforming. All are transforming. So that is very important. So unless you transform ourselves into right being, our life would be worthless. So we are lucky. And this kind of things, if you read, the more you read, so Prabhupada has rendered a great service, and you also by attending your class. Otherwise, what if the situations all are now cleansed their sins, or body and mind, everything is purified by attending this class. Otherwise, you would have become impure and totally always mentally depressed, frustrated, and kind of negative qualities you would have possessed. So we are lucky. Those who are lucky, they can attend. So it is a mind. Lucky and unlucky, that is different thing. So we know from the childhood Gita is our book, but still at this later stage, because of my, I feel this is, I don't blame anybody. This is my carelessness. I realize. I repent. So whatever repent may be, it cannot be retained. So by telling repentance is not sufficient enough. I feel this knowingly we are making wrong. So I think there is no excuse for me what I have done wrong things. This is my fault. So God has given our conscience. You do that, this you have to judge. You are the best judge of yourself. So we are not exercising our sense of conscience. So that's why we are suffering. And previously we are suffering because we neglected Gita and the life what we are meant for. We neglected, that's why we suffered. Now we are not suffering at this stage. So had you been in the earlier classes or earlier, more than 500 for 6 years or 10 years or a decade, more than that, you would have been more happy. Our So we passed through many ordeals, difficulties, miseries. So won't have affected if you attended earlier classes. So now we are not affected. By attending the class, we are getting more and more sthita prajna, I think. And we have no attachment to other things. And only whoever may be like, no, because I am lucky that I have no relative, nobody else. So really I am very lucky because of my situation, my family background and problems. So I am really happy and blessed by grace of Lord Krishna and Guruji. Had I been a father, I would not have attended this class. So I am very fortunate enough. And also relatives also discarded. Now they are realizing, they come to me, but I don't have kind of feelings like what others see and I see. I don't have kind of attachment to my uncle or anybody else who ever come visit. Now they try to meet me. Also, they try to keep in touch with me. I don't mind for them, but I don't have time. And I think of the world. I developed Vasudeva Kutumbakam. This type of quality I have developed. I have no attachment like even Arjuna also felt guilty that is my grandfather, this is my uncle, this is that. So I am very more than Arjuna. I feel that I have no attachment with anybody. From the childhood itself, I was neglected by everybody. I was just like a street boy. I was just like an abandoned boy. Now I am struggling for life. So I try to understand life better because of my problems has made me so. So because of Guruji, your class elevates me to that state of mind. So I am very fortunate, Guruji, because of your enlightening class, I am transforming. I am sure, and I will try my best to even all the negative qualities will go away if you are sincere in this class. And really, I am very lucky. I am very indebted to you. I am very grateful to you. And because my life was totally, I don't mind that I am disturbed, but I am lucky. Whatever the situation may be, I am very blessed by your grace and Lord Krishna and Prabhupada. And really, I was reading a morning, there was a seminar by that Bhakti Vedanta Ashram, Parichalana, Katak, the previous magazine, and all Swami Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and all the articles in English and Odia, it is written our mother tongue. And so many articles I was reading. And yeah, I'm very lucky. Wherever I go, I find out where is any book I find. Radha Sampanda and so many the Swamijis and really I am very lucky. And wherever I go, I try to search only Prabhupada books and magazines, anything related to things like Govinda Swami Maharaj and yeah, Damodar Swami Maharaj, and also so many things. And Radha Govinda Goswami, so many Swamis and book photos are there. So I can go through the articles and written by different saints. So this seminar is the oldest one. Okay, I will try to wherever in Bhubaneswar, Katak or anywhere I visit, I will try to touch with ISKCON temple and the books so that it creates a kind of vibration in my mind about the spiritual knowledge. So thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Naman.
No, thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I spoke with all the devotees. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan. No? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.